The public image of the billionaire is often one of relentless action, a blur of private jets, high-stakes meetings, and charismatic keynotes. We are sold a narrative of constant, visible productivity. Yet, this popular mythology obscures a far more potent and deliberately concealed truth. The genuine advantage of the ultra-successful is not forged in the frantic hustle of the afternoon, but in the quiet, intentional rituals of the early morning. While they preach passion and innovation, their most powerful habits are far more mundane and infinitely more disciplined. A silent symphony of thinking, physical priming, curated information, consumption, strategic fueling, and meticulous time blocking. This unspoken architecture of the morning is the true engine of their exceptional results. The most critical, and least discussed, habit is the primacy of thinking over reacting. For most, the morning begins with a digital ambush, a deluge of emails, Slack messages, and social media notifications that immediately hijack their agenda and mental state. The billionaire, by contrast, fiercely guards the first hour for deliberate, undisturbed thought. This is a period for strategic contemplation, visualization of long-term goals, and high-level problem-solving. By refusing to start the day in a reactive mode, they ensure their most valuable cognitive resources, clarity, creativity, and willpower are invested in their own priorities, not spent on the demands of others. This practice of proactive introspection sets a trajectory of intentionality that ripples through the entire day, ensuring they are steering their enterprise rather than merely responding to its emergencies. This mental clarity is inextricably linked to physical vitality. The billionaire morning almost universally incorporates some form of intense exercise. This is not merely about vanity or health in a generic sense. It is a calculated biohack. A vigorous workout floods the body with endorphins, reduces cortisol levels, and enhances cognitive function. It is a tool for engineering a state of physiological confidence and mental sharpness. By subjecting themselves to voluntary physical stress first thing in the morning, they build resilience and conquer a challenge before most people have even woken up. This creates a powerful psychological momentum, a sense of self-mastery that makes the ensuing professional challenges seem less daunting. The body, primed and energized, becomes a reliable vessel for a demanding mind, not a drain on its resources. With a mind and body prepared, the next ritual involves the selective intake of information. The successful do not consume news passively. They analyze it actively with a filter for utility. Their morning review of news sources is not an exercise in doom scrolling but a targeted reconnaissance mission. They are scanning for macroeconomic shifts, industry disruptions, and political developments that could represent either a threat or an opportunity. This transforms the daily news from a source of anxiety into a dataset for informed decisions. They are connecting disparate dots to anticipate trends, asking not what happened, but what does this mean, and what should I do about it? This analytical consumption turns information into a strategic asset, providing the context needed to make bold, ahead-of-the-curve moves. Furthermore, this high-performance machine requires premium fuel. The notion of a special breakfast is less about exotic superfoods and more about intentional nutrition designed for sustained energy, not fleeting pleasure. It is a meal engineered to avoid the mid-morning cognitive crash caused by sugary cereals or simple carbohydrates. Instead, it is typically a balance of complex carbs, healthy fats, and high-quality protein. Think eggs, avocado, oatmeal, or smoothies packed with greens and protein powder. This nutritional strategy ensures stable blood sugar levels, providing a consistent stream of energy to the brain for hours. They treat their body like a Formula One car, fueling it with precision for peak performance. Recognizing that cognitive stamina is a direct product of physiological stability. Finally, all these elements are organized and given structure through the non-negotiable practice of the billionaire's calendar is not a list of tasks. It is a blueprint for the day where every hour is assigned a specific purpose. The morning, being their period of highest energy and focus, is blocked for their most important tasks, MITs, deep, strategic work that drives real progress. Meetings and reactive work are often pushed to the afternoon when mental energy naturally wanes. This rigid structure eliminates the paralysis of choice and the drain of constant context switching. It is a system that respects focus as a finite resource and protects it ruthlessly. By dividing their time into intentional blocks, they ensure that their potent morning state is translated into tangible, high-leverage output. In conclusion, the silence surrounding these habits is telling. They are not secret because they are magical, but because they are difficult. They require a discipline that contradicts the seductive myth of effortless genius. The billionaire's advantage is not innate talent or luck, but the relentless application of a systematic morning routine built on cognitive sovereignty, physical readiness, analytical consumption, strategic fueling, and rigid time management. It is a quiet, private victory won before the world has had its coffee, a daily reinvestment in the compound interest of focused energy that, over years, builds an empire. The real secret is that this power is available to anyone willing to architect their morning with the same deliberate, unglamorous rigor. Want to unlock more of the unspoken strategies that drive success? Like this video and subscribe to our channel to transform your daily routine and build a more intentional, powerful life.